What's going on YouTube, Examples here, coming at you with a brand new video, and today we are once again on Destiny, but today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. Now in the last video you guys saw me upload, which was yesterday, I uploaded a control game in the Crucible side of things, but after playing the Crucible I ended up playing the game for about 4 or 5 hours straight, and in those 4 or 5 hours I played a few more Crucible games, but the majority of it was through the Vanguard setting, which is obviously through the strikes. Now the reason why I played that many strikes is, number one, I had a couple of Vanguard reputation boosters available to use. Obviously I used that one last night for 2 hours. I didn't use a second one, I just done the rest on the standard settings, and then not this morning but this afternoon when I got back from my parents, I then once again used another Vanguard reputation booster, which is still currently active. I've got half an hour left, so I'll probably play another strike after this video. But the main reason for me to play those strikes was to get the good old Engrams. As you can see, I have quite a few Engrams on my armor, and I've got a few Engrams over on my weapons as well. So today's video is going to be dedicated to decrypting of these particular Engrams and just seeing what we can get from them. I'm not expecting anything too amazing, because obviously they're only legendary and rares, but there is the opportunity for me to get a exotic from the legendary Engrams, so maybe the game surprises me, but I highly doubt it. So I will do all of the rares first, and then I'll do the legendaries afterwards. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to do all of the types of Engrams, so like gauntlets and body armor and all that kind of stuff. Do all the ones I have for that, and then go on to the next thing after checking them out. So the first thing will be the gauntlets, which is the arms. I'm not going to look at them to start with, but I will look at them once they've been obviously decrypted. So we have a new hunter artifact, which is better than the one we've currently got right now. However, it is a rare, and I do tend to like to keep my guardians with a full set of legendary or exotic stuff depending on what I'm using. Obviously that isn't the case with my shotgun over on the special weapon. I do obviously have 2 snipers that I could potentially put in place of that, and I am hoping that my legendary or one of my rares gives me a legendary shotgun. That way I can put that on. And once again, the arms aren't better than what we're currently wearing, but they are better than the spare gauntlets we do have, so I will probably end up infusing that into the other gauntlets at some period of time. But moving on to the next piece of armor that we have to decrypt, it is going to be the body armor. So let's get rid of, not get rid of, but let's decode those two there. So we do end up getting a legendary and a rare from that. Legendary is a better level than what I'm currently wearing, which is obviously my chest of Alpha Loopy. But at the same time, it's not better than the 2 I've got here, which is the Eon Trancer Vest and also the Iron Saga Vest. These 2 have actually put a lot of work into leveling them up, because I do enjoy these 2 pieces of armor. I especially like the look of this armor. I'll very briefly show it to you guys. This armor looks incredible. And the 361 is a little bit better than what we have got from the legendary, so I'll probably end up putting that. Actually, I won't end up putting that because there's not really much point, so I'll just dismantle that here and now. And I'm actually going to keep hold of the Eon Trancer Vest as the piece of armor right there. I do want to change the boots to hopefully a legendary from the next boot engram. If not, I'll probably just put on my Bones of EO. Bones of EO, I have actually got this is my second set of that particular armor. I did have a 312 version of that armor a little while ago, but I did end up pulling a 350. I think that was, can't remember exactly what it was. Let's have a look. It was a 350, I believe. 352, yeah. I ended up getting a 352 in a engram that I ended up getting on my Warlock, so I was fairly happy with that. So we end up getting a 361, which isn't really worth putting into this, but it will definitely be worth putting into the other cloak we have here, which also allows me to gain better reputation in the Vanguard, which is actually quite nice because I do play a lot of, not Vanguard, sorry, Crucible. I do play a lot of the Crucible. I do obviously have the other one as Vanguard, so those 2 are very nice coinciding. Obviously, I still need to level up the other one to make it so it increases my Vanguard reputation gains. But this one right here, when I'm playing in the Crucible, I will more than likely have this on, allowing me to get better Crucible reputation from using it. So moving swiftly on to the next Engram here. I'm trying not to make this video too long, but at the same time I'm trying to talk about why I'm using certain bits of armor, etc, etc. So we are onto the leg armor, which we only had the one of, and unfortunately we end up getting another rare, but that rare can be put into the Bones of Eo as well as the ones that we've currently got on. So we'll put these on. I will probably find myself a exotic, can't remember what they're called now, exotic it's not particle, shard, that's the one. I'll probably end up getting myself an exotic shard. I'm pretty sure I had a few lying around in my vault. I might be wrong, I might be completely wrong on that regard, but if I have one in my vault, I'll definitely use it to bump that up to a 3-6-1, bumping my light level up ever so slightly as well. So let's move on to the next thing. I think we're now into the weapons, which we are. So we'll start off with the heavy weapons. So that's a Mote of Light, which is a little bit of a disappointment. And then the next one is a light machine gun or a heavy machine gun, whichever way you want to look at it. It is a rare. It's a 3-6-1. It's better than my current one, and I've recently got the Nova Mortis, which is obviously a 370. I got that from just pure luck, basically. I didn't really realise I had one of the storylines where you can get this. I ended up doing the storyline without really thinking about it. Went to the Warlock Vanguard. I completely forgotten her name, but I went to her and I picked it up from her, and I'm now on to the one Zavala has, which is the solar weapon, I believe. And then I think the Hunter, again, Arcade, is a arc-based one, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I didn't really expect that to happen, so that was a pretty nice surprise when I came back to the tower ready for this video. So let's get into the next thing, which was a promo weapon. Unfortunately, the promo weapon turns out to be a strange coin. So I'm not going to be too disappointed about the strange coin, so obviously when it comes to a weekend, I'll be able to go to Zur and buy some stuff from him, depending on what he has, because sometimes I don't really feel like it's necessary. So moving on to the special weapon engrams, which I have two of. One is a Mote of Light, a little bit disappointing there, and the other one is a legendary sniper rifle, which I'm actually quite happy with. I do have quite a few snipers, I'm not going to lie, but this particular shotgun is the only shotgun I have. But I will put on my other sniper rifle for now until we end up getting a shotgun, hopefully with this legendary engram here. If we don't, we don't, but it would be pretty nice to be able to get a shotgun right there. So let's go on to our legendaries here. So fingers crossed, guys, we end up getting an exotic piece of armor or weapon from these. Very, very unlikely, but at the same time, it would be pretty darn cool if we could. So first thing is the arms. Let's see what we get from this. So we get Eon Transfer, which are obviously legendaries, and Ending Grasps as well. Are they the same as what I've got? Okay, the Ending Grasps are the same as what I've got here, but what is... So that's sniper rifles rather than sidearms, so I'm fairly happy with that. And then we've got throw distance and shotgun, so I'm happy with that as well. I can get rid of these now, which is nice. I'm actually going to get rid of these as well. Should I have done that? I'm not too sure, but we got rid of it now anyway. The reason why I was a bit hesitant until obviously it disappeared is because it said pulse rifles. However, as much as I like using pulse rifles, I'd rather carry a little bit more ammo in my special weapons. I need to start using my special weapons more, hence why I am putting on those ones instead. And I've just swapped them over for my sniper rifle because, again, as I said, I've got a lot more snipers than I do shotguns, and I use snipers a little bit more than shotguns, even though I want to start using a shotgun a little bit more. And the last engram we do end up decoding in today's video turns out to be a Havoc Pigeon, which is a pretty weird name for a gun, but it is a sidearm. Excuse me, it is a sidearm, which is pretty cool. I don't really use sidearms too much, but I will keep hold of it for now. Now, one thing I am looking forward to in Destiny 2, which they've revealed, is the fact that you can use two pulse rifles, or a pulse rifle and a scout rifle, or stuff like that together, rather than having your pulse rifle and then a shotgun and your heavy. It's going to be this time around like pulse rifle, auto rifle, hand cannon, or scout rifle alongside another one of those. And then in your final slot, it seems like you can get like grenade launchers, sniper rifles, shotguns, that kind of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that. It means that if I run out of ammo in a pulse rifle, I can just put out another pulse rifle rather than having to try and rely on like sniper rifle shots or shotgun shells. So I'm fairly happy with the change they made there. So let's see if we've actually got any exotic shards in here. If we do, we have one. Now I'm going to use this one for my bones of EO just because I want to upgrade them to be the highest light level I can get them at this moment in time, which is a 361. So let's very quickly just infuse them with, let's go the ones that we've got currently a little bit leveled up, I guess you could say. That way I can put them as up to a 358. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to put it to a 361. I've just made the biggest mistake of my life. Nevertheless, we've upgraded them a little bit higher anyway. That was my mistake. I didn't really realise that I was going from I was putting on the 358. I'm an idiot, but hey ho, hopefully we get an exotic shard a little bit further down the line, and we can be a little bit more precise with that particular exotic shard. That does mean that I'm going to be running one of these two bad boys in the form of the leg armor for now. In fact, it doesn't really change the light level that much apart from the little bar underneath the 358. So I'm actually going to keep it on the bones of EO for now, because as I said, it doesn't really change too much in the shape of things. But nevertheless, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It went on a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I spoke a little bit more than I thought I would as well. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please give a like, rating, and subscribe to the channel for more content. I did say that I'll be uploading Rainbow Six Siege alongside Destiny, but if I'm perfectly honest with you guys, I've been playing Destiny pretty much non-stop apart from a couple of hours where I take a break and play Injustice 2. But I don't see myself uploading anything but Destiny and Destiny 2 on this channel from now on. So I apologise if you were hanging on for some content on the good old game of Rainbow Six Siege, but it is going to be Destiny and Destiny 2 from now on, guys. Just thought I'd let you guys know rather than you hanging on for a game that's never going to appear. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I shall see you in tomorrow's video.